Hi, welcome to Neighborhood News. I'm John Sylvia here with Carlos Cesar. A Tuesday again?
It's a Tuesday.
7 p.m.?
7 p.m.
Eastern Standard Time?
I don't know.
Daylight Savings Time?
I know I'm not standing, I'm sitting. But welcome to the Neighborhood News. It's another Tuesday, 7 o'clock. We're back on Channel 95 with more news for you. And I want this opportunity to welcome the Portuguese community. Sejam bem-vindos a mais programa da sua notícias da sua vizinhança. Hoje vamos conversar os dois, não temos convidados. Vão-nos dar assim a oportunidade para falarmos um pouco das festividades que estão-nos a aproximar cada dia. Para a semana já é Natal. Portanto, fique conosco. So today we're gonna talk about all Christmas stuff. We have no guests, so this will give us one more opportunity for us to talk about the events on the neighborhoods and to talk about Christmas. Okay. It's going to be next week, so.
Yep. Okay, and New Year's too, and New Year's.
And New Year's, exactly.
2013 already. So, you want us to go right into this one here?
Sure.
And
sure,
because we're going to actually have on January 1st at 10 a.m. the Polar Plunge, the third annual Polar Plunge is going to take place at Sandy Beach in Fall River. And that, like I said again, that starts at 10 a.m. We're going to have City Councilor Pat Casey at our next show next week around Christmas time to talk about that with, I think it was Gail Furtado, who's head of Forever Pause. They're going to be our guests next week to talk about that. But it's a great event. The Forever Pause is basically a no-kill shelter, and all that funding that they get is used toward this shelter because Fall River doesn't have an animal rescue league. So very, very important. I went last year with my Nicole and plan on going again this year. So it's a great event, great community event. You know, a lot of people say that, you know, we don't have a beach. Well, we do. We have Sandy Beach there, and I can say, you know, it's the same beach that they have, and I think some of the folks have been saying that, like Pat and Asona, and down in Portsmouth, Tiverton, same water. So it's a fun event, and if you don't have anything to do on that day, or even if you do, make this part of your New Year's Day, you know. Like I said, a great event.
And we will have, next week, we will have a lot more information because they will be here to talk to us about this event. But right now I can tell you, if you are not planning on going, but you want to do your donation, on the Flint area, we have a lot of business on the Flint area. You want to do your gifts, you just have to look on the window in a business on Pleasant Street. Starting this week, you will see this flyer on the window. If you see a flyer on the window, is because inside you can give your donations, and we will have a sheet inside where people can just. If you're driving on Pleasant Street and you see a store with this flyer on the window, it's because they are accepting donations for the for this event.
Excellent.
And then we will certainly collect the donations and before the first and give it to the organization.
And I know Councilor Casey and Gail are going to speak of this when we have them next week, but there is an event page that's been created on Facebook called the Third Annual Polar Plunge, and there's more information on there too. So like I said, great event. So
yep,
try to get down there.
I never went before. I mean, I will go this year. I don't promise that I'm gonna jump. But it's not really a jump, it's a walk.
Yeah, it's a walk.
It's more a walk than a jump.
Right. Yeah,
it's no rocks, it's a beach. So, but I will do my best to be there. I want to see in person this event. And again, I want to thank Pat Casey is the person.
She spearheaded this whole thing.
Exactly.
I know with the city, I think you know, and the mayor's office was really big in putting this together. So it is a great event.
Very good. And we almost Christmas Day.
Absolutely.
It's around the corner. It's already next week. And through the whole city, we had a lot of events.
Yep.
This Christmas. Matter of fact, I got an email this week with a lot of events that Fall River is going to have.
Yeah.
I thought it was only a couple events, but it is a lot of events that's going to happen in Fall River. And we go ahead.
Well, actually, I can, you know, one thing that's come to mind, and I believe this is the mayor's office has initiated this, is that they're having a most decorated house contest. And it's been on the radio. I've heard it the last few weeks. You know, if you are really good at decorating your house, he's instructed people to take pictures of the house, your property, and send it to the mayor's office. And I believe within the next few days, they'll make a decision, and there is a prize as to what the most decorated house is in Fall River. And I believe they were going to give a citation, too. So that's a great thing. I can
good.
tell you,
It's good.
I've seen 2 houses. There's a house near me. I went over. It's my neighbor. I told him, your house almost looks like the Griswolds' Christmas there.
Oh, really?
So I said, you need to take a picture and send it in. If not, I'm going to do that.
I go crazy on my decorations, but this year I had no time, so I did put something outside, but inside it's all normal. It's all decorated. You know, I love Victorian style,
Yeah.
and we go crazy. My wife did it this weekend,
Cool.
this past weekend, because I was away in New York. So she had the time to do what she did. It's the outside. It's mine. It's my work, and I didn't have much time to do, but I did put something out.
Yeah.
So the years pass. Even the roof. I put lights all around the house on the roof, and it's a lot of work. So
it's
I'm
like-
not going to go that crazy.
So it's
this
like the
year.
Griswolds then, right? Or you can have, what is it, a landing strip there too, or what?
Yes, I have all that, and the roof, it's all decorated. Matter of fact, the roof is the only color lights I use, because when the snow falls on it
Yeah.
and melts,
Yeah.
the roof looks beautiful with all the colors coming out of the snow.
Sheesh.
But this year I'm not doing it. I don't
Yeah,
have time.
yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
Another thing that we're gonna talk, and I would like to talk about, is the trip to New York that we do a lot of for the past 4 years, and I would like to ask. Right now, we are showing a picture. I don't know if Anthony got that picture. This is
Rockefeller Center, right?
the Rockefeller Center. Really is the heart of New York in Christmas, during Christmas. Looks beautiful than ever. This picture, I took this picture just last week, and the tree is huge this year. I think probably is the biggest one that I saw in the past 4 years that I've been going there. And the information that I got was they have 30,000 lights.
Lights? Wow.
30,000 lights, and believe it or not, the tree is guarded by, they have two security guards there around the tree,
Wow.
24 hours a day.
Why, is somebody going to take it? How are they going to take that?
Again, you know, it's New York. It's anything can happen. Anything can happen. You know,
All right.
I mean, if you can blow up a building,
Yeah.
you
I
can
guess.
just
Take a Christmas tree that's like
take a
5 stories
Christmas
high?
tree and just set them on fire or something, you know, and
Yeah.
everything will be gone. And that's the symbol of Christmas
Yeah.
in New York. That's the thing in New York.
So how many stories did it look like? Was it 5 stories high?
I
or-
counted because from the top of the tree, they have the wires into
Okay.
the corners of
Yeah.
the buildings,
Okay.
and I count it was tied up to the 8th floor.
Oh, wow. Wow. That
It's
is big
huge.
then, huh?
It
Wow.
is. It is huge.
Unreal. Because you can't compare that to the Fall River tree, huh?
No, but
Even though
Fall
ours is
River
pretty
got
big. Yeah,
Fall
it's
River
pretty
got
big.
a really
Yeah, it's pretty
huge
big, but
tree.
no, that's-
I mean, and I have to, and this opportunity, I have to give this opportunity to thank the family that donates Fall River tree.
Yeah,
It's beautiful tree,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you know, probably it's a bigger one in a while that
Yeah,
we got that
That's
big.
what they were saying, yeah. I think it came from the north end, right? A family in the north end? Must have been, because we don't have too many big trees like that in the south end.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have too much information on the tree
Yeah.
that it's in Fall River, but I know that the tree in Fall River, it's big,
Yeah.
and I mean, the trunk is split like in 2 or 3.
Yeah.
So that's why it made it that big. One thing that I like to mention about the New York is the buildings are so big, but they must spend a fortune decorating those buildings,
Yeah.
because those buildings are decorated from top to bottom. They don't leave one window.
Yeah.
And I took a lot of pictures, but for some reason the pictures are very small, and we cannot show them. But I found a couple of things in New York that I want to bring it up to the show.
Yeah.
One is, I mean, the way we complain about trash. Okay?
Yeah.
The city had to buy all those containers and everything. And in New York, the sidewalks are full of bags.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I took a picture, but it's too small, we cannot show.
Yeah.
And the restaurants, I mean, that's not just the people upstairs, it's the restaurants. They throw the trash every couple hours on the sidewalks.
Yeah.
And it's New York.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
normal
Yeah.
in New York.
Well, that's, yeah, everybody has a different norm.
I mean, and another thing that in Fall River that we have a hard time every time that we have a block party or something is to cook on the sidewalks, to put the grills on the sidewalks for a couple hours to make the food or whatever. In New York, believe it or not, they have tanks the size of us. You know, every couple blocks, they have those tanks there.
Well, I think that's because they've gone through and did their ordinances. People have these carts on the side of the street where I don't think that's even passed yet. I think that's still going through the ordinance committee or whatever legislative committee is out there. And there's a big fight over that back and forth.
I think those tanks, they feed those cars.
Yeah.
Those people making those hot dogs and
Yep,
chestnuts and
Yeah.
all of that. But that gives life to
Yeah.
a city.
I agree.
You know,
I
that
agree.
gives life to a city.
Yeah.
If we want to grow, if we want to be like somebody else.
Well,
okay?
you know what I find funny, Carlos, is a couple weeks ago, I went to a restaurant here in Fall River, and they have an outdoor patio there. But obviously it's wintertime; they don't have it. What I found interesting about this is that they said business had slowed for them. The summertime was busier for them, and they said that they get a lot of people that come here from Virginia, New York, Maryland. They come here for vacation, and this restaurant's in Fall River. And they get a lot of folks, it's near a hotel, on the Fall River line, and people think people don't come here, but they do come here, because you have the things that we have here. They're gonna go to Westport, they're gonna go to the Cape, they're gonna go to Newport, they're gonna go to Boston, so it's a central location. So, we do have this tourist industry, and I know, we had Dave Dennis here as, he's on a committee for tourism, and he's been trying to push this. We have the things here, we have, I believe the Battleship, there's 200,000 people that come into the city each year to visit the Battleship. 25,000 come every year to visit Lizzie Borden's house. So, there are cities that are not getting over 200,000 people. So imagine what really could be done here if we really capitalize. Look at the trip where I went with your group, Salem. Look how crazy that was there. they don't even have as much as we had. They had a couple little museums. We have the same things. It's just trying to get that all together. And, you know, just to tap onto that, I went on the trolley tour. I know you didn't get a chance, but
Yes.
the gentleman that was conducting that trolley tour said Salem started with one thing, the House of Seven Gables. So the one lady, they said, was the founder of all this, and they thought she was crazy. She brought this house and put it together, and that's how Salem started. And we have a few of these things here. It's just kind of connect it here and start moving forward with this stuff.
Yeah.
And it's,
I mean, I think that we start seeing some lights at the end of the tunnel.
yeah,
And if we have the light, it's because something is there.
yeah.
You know, from before, we were all on the dark. We didn't have that light.
So at least there's a candle, right, or a
Exactly.
flashlight?
I don't know how we're going to get there, but we will get there. But at least it's already something being done to try it.
Yeah, yeah.
One point that we have to stop in New York is St. Patrick's Cathedral.
And you gotta.
And I have a picture here that I'm going to ask Anthony to show. They have masses going on all the time.
Yeah, that's a pretty church.
It's a beautiful church, and that time that I went in, they having this mass in Spanish.
Wow.
Did
Did you
I
understand
mean, it was a
anything?
lot of people.
Did you understand it?
Yes, I mean, Portuguese, it's
Similar,
closer
yeah,
closer to Spanish. I understand a little bit. But it's one thing that I was, that I liked it was because on the other side of the columns, it's another,
Another section, right?
Another section.
Yeah.
And they have in every pole, and you can see on the other side, the TVs, and they have an inside system that films and puts this on TV. So it doesn't matter if you are in a place that you cannot see the priest, but you can just look at the TV, and those TVs are huge TVs. So it's a beautiful church. It's right across from Rockefeller Center. Every time that I do the trip, I ask first-timers, and this time I had 3 people. It was the first time in New York, and they loved it, and they can't wait to go back again
Excellent.
next year.
Excellent.
I'm going to ask, I did some videos with my phone to bring it down to the show, and I'm going to ask Anthony and Richard if they can show us, and I will comment on the videos, that the small videos that I put together to bring it down to the show.
So we'll see if we can get this thing to work. This modern technology, huh?
Oh yeah,
This is,
yeah.
it's not easy, I know, a lot of times.
I know.
We've had a couple where we've tried to get the pictures, and it's kind of getting these things to move at the same time.
I know, and sometimes you see so many choices
Yeah.
that you don't know what is the right choice. But I hope that we can get the video out. If not, we will just go on.
Let me ask you, what was, while they're trying to load this up, what was one of the videos of? Like what?
I had one of the things they have there, it calls a lot of people, the building across from Rockefeller Center has at least 40 windows.
Okay.
And they shoot this video
Yeah.
on the building.
Okay.
And the video shows the windows opening and closing, and then all the columns,
Yeah.
you know, of the building, it changes. Like they put
different
like
colors?
the green
Cool.
starts to grow.
Excellent.
And then this year, but they changed the show. This year they had a different show, and shows all different things, and ends up with the happy holidays.
Oh,
you know.
cool.
But
Cool.
it's a huge building, and it's an attraction because every 6 minutes they have a clock showing on the wall, and the snow is falling, and when the snow gets to the top of the building, it's 6 minutes gone, and they start. The show starts.
again.
So when you just going by the sidewalk and you see the clock going on the wall, you want to see what's going to happen.
Wow.
So you want to move, you cannot move.
Yeah.
Because
cool.
by then, when the 6 minutes are gone,
Yeah.
the sidewalks are full of people, and you cannot cross. You cannot cross. But so, but if we cannot get the video, it's fine. We will
Next time.
next time. Yes, we will move on to another event that we have in Fall River. Now from now, this last 2 weeks, I don't know if we have anything going on at all that you besides this.
Yeah, I mean, there have been, I know basically there are folks asking for help. You know, I think there's going to be an event on December 23rd, and I saw this on Facebook the other day, where they're looking for people to help wrap presents for children. I guess people have donated Christmas gifts, and they're looking, I guess, for elves to wrap Christmas gifts for children. So if you have a few hours, I believe they've actually created a Facebook page on that. So, and I believe that's around December 23rd that they're looking for folks to do that. So, you know, I've never done it. I am not a very good rapper, so I probably wouldn't even attempt to do that. But I know that's something that they were looking for. You know, looking for folks out there. So, you know, another thing to do. You know, I know when you were on your New York trip, the Preservation Society had a celebration down there around the Fall River Historical Society, and if you get an opportunity, the Fall River Historical Society still has their whole area decorated, and they have that gift shop where you can buy candy from I guess the store in the 1900s or whatever here, McCrory's, and that's a good Christmas gift. But I think it's a great place to visit during Christmas because they decorate all these trees in the Historical Society. And I believe, I haven't gone this year, I went last year. I was speaking with someone there that put this together, and I think they start in October decorating, just pulling all this stuff out and decorating the place. So so it's something to be seen, definitely, you know, and I think it's free of charge. All right, here comes the video.
Okay.
Modern technology.
So, exactly. That's what we're watching is the Rockefeller Center. This probably was around 2 o'clock on the afternoon when I shot this. And what I want to show here is the traffic. The sidewalks are full already. At 2 o'clock at night, nobody could move.
City doesn't sleep.
No, definitely. So this is the cathedral. That's what we're watching on the end there on the back.
Okay, cool.
Here is the cameras for ABC.
Yeah.
They're doing the morning show.
Okay, yeah.
When they're doing the morning show, right there on the Rockefeller Center, that is one of the cameras. ABC cameras mounted there on that elevator.
Yeah, and the famous skating rink, right?
The skater rink right there. Rockefeller Center is famous because was on a movie, the Lost in New York. That's where
a little kid.
The kid meets his mom right there.
Yeah.
This is the Apple store that we're watching right here. Right outside the Apple, the computer store, they have all those vendors, and they have like a plaza where you can sit to eat. Here's the store, the Apple.
Unreal.
That is unbelievable. You could go down there and use a laptop. Hundreds of people are down there just using laptops inside the store. They sitting all over the place. You can see it here.
Unreal.
They have like a window, a glass elevator that brings people from downstairs up, and I believe I filmed the and this line is huge to get inside that store. Right there at the
that's across from Central Park.
Exactly.
Too, right?
You see all the people sitting downstairs. Everybody has laptops and everybody on the back has laptops.
So who says the economy's bad then? If everybody
I
can go
know.
buy stuff at the Apple Store?
Exactly. Look at the line. Just look at the line to get inside.
Yeah.
This is what I just told you, across from Rockefeller Center. You see the show going
Oh,
on
yeah.
now.
Wow,
The
cool.
windows are open and closing, and it's a beautiful show. Every 6 minutes, they put this show on the, and they changed this year.
Yeah.
The lines on the bottom that you're seeing is the top of the windows, so you can see how big is the building there.
Cool.
And
Never
Thi-
seen that before.
yes, this year it was different. This year they put a different show from last year.
Wow.
It's amazing with that building.
Unreal. That's almost like a mini Times Square there, huh?
Exactly. Yes. Yes.
Wow. Unreal.
And
Excellent.
it's a really, I believe I taped it the entire 2-minute show.
Yeah. My thing is, I feel bad for whoever had to set these lights up, huh? That must have taken a little while to set up all
I
these
think
lights to do
so,
that.
because those lights are
Or they might be coming from the opposite side. Maybe not
no,
inside
no.
the building, right?
Whatever that's like a
probably
video.
projected.
It's a
Yeah,
projector.
yeah, projected on the-
The lights that I'm talking about is in top of the windows.
Yeah, yeah.
They have that and this comes with music.
Yeah.
That
Wow.
is playing the music.
Wow. Cool. Cool.
It's and people just stop there. And you cannot go.
Yeah.
The sidewalks are full of people, and you cannot go.
Wow. Seeing that bus is getting a free show. As they're going by, right? Excellent.
Buses is just the
And it's, I guess the show's over. Look, the curtain came down, right?
yes. Happy holidays.
That's good. I've never seen. I haven't been there around Christmas time, so I mean,
Really?
I've been there.
Oh,
all through the year.
I
but
love
never-
Christmas in New York, and I love New York, and New York in Christmas. It's amazing. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And we're going to use the last 3 minutes that we have left from the show just to finish with images from New York,
yeah.
which shows for those that never had opportunity to go to New York,
Yeah.
to see what New York,
Oh.
the other side of New York.
Well,
But
yes.
so we back again. You definitely have to come with us to New York in Christmas.
Yeah, you have to try it next
You know,
year. You have to
it's
try
a
it.
total new experience and a total new city
Yeah.
decorated for Christmas.
Yeah,
It's
sure it
unbelievable.
is. Sure it is.
So I guess we're getting into the end of one more show.
Yep.
And next week, we're going to come back with guests.
Yeah, next week.
Again, our guests next week will be,
City Councilor Pat Casey and Gail Furtado from Forever Paws. They're going to talk about the polar plunge that's going to be happening on January 1st, 2013 at 10 a.m. At Sandy Beach, which is Mount Hope Avenue, Fall River.
and on the Flints, look for the flyers on the windows, and you can give your donations inside the store. See you next week, and have a good week, everyone.
Yeah, have a good
Thank you,
night.
John.
Yep, thank
See you
Have a
next
good night.
week.